power. If you do this, don't you feel more powerful putting this person down?
Right.
Oh, it feels good. I'll have to do it again.
Right, and that's really what I feel, is that that's what's going on with them. Is that because of the, well, like with my sons, because they put the fear in them,
Yep.
then that negative can get into them.
Fear is a shadow.
Right, and so, but I kind of feel like it's gotten into my children where they're like, you know.
But here's where we want to calm your fears.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's fears. What we want people to know is that all we need to do is connect up to the light.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we need to do. And truly, this message has come through so clearly that the only thing I've been allowed really to post for a digital download to be shared with people is how to connect to the light.
Okay. Can they, like...
It's a 9-minute
right.
audio.
Like, I know for myself, I can say, like, the dark, negative energies, negative thoughts, out. You're not welcome here. You know, Michael, take them, dispose of them, and then protect me with the light. I have to do more than that?
Uh-huh.
Okay, how do I get rid of the dark, negative stuff if it gets into me?
Well, the reason you have to do more than that is because we're in a war now.
Right.
Now it's a light and a dark, it's a shadow and the light.
Right.
War. Okay? As such, we need to put on our protection as much as they are. Their protection is they don't care what they do to you.
Right.
I mean, that truly is, if you will, a protection.
Right.
You can do anything you want to them. They don't care. Because they don't care.
Right.
So they have their protection. Our protection is, that's why they say you need to ground in the heart of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
You need to ground in the light of your own source. We all have our own source. That's your higher wisdom. Ground in the light of your source. And through that, create a column that in your mind understands. You have a column that connects up to your source. You have a column that connects to the heart of the planet you're incarnated on.
Right. Yep.
And that you can spread this column out. And in that column, you can put the flame of transmutation and get rid of everything that does not belong to you.
Right.
You can call in the archangels and get rid of everything that does not belong to you. You can have your stones help you get rid of everything. There's multiple ways to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to do it, and you need to establish it daily, absolutely must.
Right.
And several times a day.
Okay.
So not just connecting up, but grow a column that your body is inside.
Well, I see it like 54 feet around, you know, in all directions. It's like a big energy.
Works.
Yeah, it's
but
my energy.
Keep that energy with you wherever you go. And when you feel something happen, like your brother, make sure you understand he's now in your energy, and that thought vibration that just came to you from him because he sent it, you're going to transmute that, and you're going to send it back to him with love.
Okay.
And then he doesn't even know how to use that. It's like infecting him with love.
Uh-huh.
And it just sort of dissipates the energy that he can send to you, because he's like, well, I don't want to send her any thoughts. When I send her thoughts, I don't know, something happens to me.
Yeah. Well, that's what I just thought last week too, with this, you know, with the people don't like Scott Walker or whatever. Instead of like protesting and saying this, that, instead if we just say see him with love.
Yeah.
Because we could change him.
With
or
enlighten.
just change it.
That's
like send
exactly
loving
what they're saying.
thoughts this way. Loving thoughts to anybody that's in power that's doing something wrong. Let's just keep sending them love.
That's right. And send love to the Obamas.
Oh yeah.
To help support them through
right.
everything that they've happened.
Right.
Do they have a grid above their house? Of course they do.
Right.
Many of us are hoping to pull that together.
Right.
And what I love about him is Michelle for sure.
Yeah.
They know how to gather the energy people have sent to them and use it. It's good.
Right.
I mean, they're brilliant.
Right.
At it.
Yeah. Yep. But when they say that they have that Christed white light, is that the same thing? Are they protecting me with this white light like that so that they can't see my aura? Is there something about like who I am that's different that makes them want to come after me more?
Well, what's no, the understanding here is twisted. Okay. They want a more clear understanding. Okay. So what they're saying about this is, what they sense about you is the joy that's inside you.
Uh-huh.
They sense the love and the light and the joy inside you, and they don't have it. And if they don't have it, they want it. They either want it or they want to shut yours down.
Mm-hmm.
That goes back to hundreds of thousands of years that mankind has learned how to do. I mean, think about it. 50 years, 100 years ago, terrible stuff going on. 20 years ago, not as bad, not as bad, you know. But certainly now we're getting into a great space.
Okay.
Where the babies today don't feel all that oppression. Nobody's telling them, oh, we have to, you know. And if you, anyway, it's a whole different thing. More and more people are being cleared. What's different about you from this group, is that you have chosen to show the light wherever you are.
Right.
And by choosing to show the light, people who are not of that vibration will try to douse it.
Okay.
It's all they know how to do.
Right, but I can change
They can't
theirs.
hurt you.
Right, but I can do good for them by changing.
What we need to start realizing is we have to start sending them love. We have to in order to populate further. Because we're light now. Okay, I'm light, you're light, we're doing really well. That's cool. And that helps. It helps. Don't get me wrong. I'm not minimizing it.
No.
But for years now I have worked with and as you come into my field, I'm going to transmute your energy to the highest vibration that is in alignment with your soul.
And does it just get transmuted just from us being around them, or do we have to consciously say we want to take this dark energy and transmute it, or can we just be in their energy field and transmute it?
Until you really understand that's what you're doing, you should think it through.
Okay.
You should go ahead and think it through.
Okay.
Because I did it for years and years and years till now I know. But when all of a sudden they make me aware of something, then I'll think it through. It adds more power to it.
Okay.
Then I'll think it through. When I can segment out and say, oh, wait a minute, this person over here, it's like, then I can send the light right to them. I think they use me that way. Send me out to places and go, I can't do this. Michael, here, take this person right here.
Yeah, and is it part of like why they said like I'm a lightning rod for people's poisonous thoughts? Is that because I can transmute?
Who said that?
The angels did through you.
You're a lightning rod.
You said that to me. You said they're saying you're like a lightning rod.
Oh yes, okay.
And that
they
for people's poisonous. Or venom that comes out at you.
Yes, they want to be more clear now.
Okay.
But that is the same kind of thought.
Why?
Okay. But to take it to a more clear perspective, just realize that they don't even have to understand any of that. All they have to understand is you have something they don't want, that they want. That's always been what it is. You have something that they want. And it's not tangible. How do you give somebody happiness?
Okay.
How do you give somebody light and joy?
I'm just wondering, like, even with my son Luke, like, he says, Mom, nobody else makes me mad. Like, you know, he gets frustrated and irritated with me.
Because you're showing them something that they really need to see.
Okay, it's not just like I can pull the negative stuff out of them and help clean them up, like, automatically.
You can do that, too.
And was that why, though? It's like, why he gets mad, or he says, no, nobody else makes me get upset like this, or whatever. And it's kind of for absolutely no reason that I can see. Is that something like I can pull the negative crap out of them?
I think once again we didn't record.
Oh, well, this one's still recording, so.
Okay. That's your job.
Right. I understand, yeah. And so, but it just helps me to know, like, that's my job. Like, I'd be glad to pull the crap out of them if that's what I'm doing. Like, if they're being around me makes them good, I'm glad to take it.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean that you have to go out of your way to do it either. It just means you're one of those people that through your actions, by being with you, it causes them to think. And if they, you know, really, if you could see it this way, Pat, I swear most of the people on Earth want to be sound asleep. They consciously want to be asleep.
Right. They don't
Let me just go through the days and leave me alone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you cause people to sort of wake up, if you will. So, like, they have to start thinking about things. And they don't like that. They don't necessarily want that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's happening. But they want you to understand this. Really want me to say this clearly. That see yourself the way you've been doing it with the column and stuff and pulling out the light, Make sure you do that several times throughout the day.
Okay.
Though, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're still you're working on the land, you're working with the house, you're working with the people. That's a lot of stuff to work with.
Yep, and my kids and my parents.
Exactly.
And yeah.
So you need that support. So think of it like the vitamins your soul needs.
Okay.
Your soul needs you to do this. That's how you're feeding your soul. It feeds your connection. You stayed light. You've been on vacation. You still look light.
Uh-huh.
So you must have been doing something good, right?
Yeah. Well, I just, like Nicole started getting upset with me in the car, and I'm able to just recognize it right away and stop it.
Yep.
And just like, okay, don't let me get upset with her. Just, and it works just like that. When I just say just a negative go, I'm instantly feeling good again.
And so you're doing, that's exactly what they want you to be able to do.
So what I want to know is, can I do that? Like I've been trying to say to pull the stuff out of my children, like I want Nick's negative energy. Can I pull it out of him without him saying he wants it gone, or does he have to participate in getting it gone?
You can't.
I can't.
Well.
Or can I do something?
Okay, but this have to be the end because I'm going to.
Okay.
Okay, but. Here, okay, let's take Nick. Okay.
Uh-huh.
You can see Nick and surround him with light and send him the love from your heart. Send him the love so that you see that connection from your heart, pure heart, going to him and to his heart. They want you to do it to his heart.
Okay.
That gives him love. That gives him strength. That gives him light. What he does with that is totally his choice. Okay? That's what you can do. By doing that, you have to understand you are helping.
Okay.
You are very, very much helping. Now, it gets harder for Nick then to stay out of alignment with love, the more love that's being shared with him.
Okay.
It gets harder for him. He still struggles to do it though, because that's sort of his norm, that's sort of his comfort.
Right.
So
saying disconnected is comfortable for him.
It is. It is. It is. And so just knowing that every day, if you send him that, eventually he can't stay disconnected.
Uh-huh.
He just won't be able to. So when will that happen? That is totally up to Nick.
And did that happen to him when he had the meningitis, when he was when transcended out of his body? When I took him up to the colored lights, because after that, then he was questioning everything. Why? If there's a God, why is this? Why is that? He wasn't like that before. Did he have some kind of experience that he remembers?
That he remembers?
Yeah, in his subconscious or something. When he came back, where he was just asking why. Okay, if there's a God, then why is the suffering?
Will he remember? But yeah, he could. Yeah, absolutely. It's part of his records.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what changed, though. Kind of. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And there isn't anything else, like Luke and Nick are really upset with me. They don't even want to talk to me or have anything to do with me right now. Is there anything I can do?
Go.
Just send them. Is there anything
I
can do?
Just tell them you'll always love them.
Mm-hmm.
You're here for them.
Mm-hmm.
When they want to talk, you're here.
Yeah, but is that good enough for with Luke? Because I feel like kind of I let Luke down on my motherly duties by Luke needs more.
You can't do more, can you?
I don't know.
What more could you do?
That's what I want to know. If there's anything I can do to get through to Luke.
Just be who you are. Just offer to have him come and just share who you are. Be as consistent as you can be.
He doesn't want to talk to me unless I'm going to be willing to quit all this stuff, not talk about it anymore, and to stop.
Well then,
he just sees it either you're my mother or you're going to do this. You got to choose.
Well, honestly.
But he's hurt. It's just it's not he's
not.
Huh?
No, wait.
What?
Ultimately, we're talking about your life.
Oh, I know. I told him I can't. I said there is no choice. I can't. This is who I am. I already told him that. But I'm trying to say, Luke, this isn't like a choice. It's not like I'm both. It's not like.
Well, that's being consistent.
Right.
That's being consistent.
Right.
But there was another chance for you to go, oh, okay, you're right. I'm just going to be your mother.
No, I can't do that.
No,
this is right.
I tried to do it myself for
years.
years.
I can't, But he's just so he says this is just literally making him physically ill for a month now. He's just sick to his stomach. He's so upset over all this. He just wants his mom back. So, his is more he is really emotionally not understanding this.
Well, you don't have to be in his face about it.
No, he won't talk. He won't talk to me. He doesn't want to come over. And he's always been the son that's been just always there, and he just feels really
Well, then,
harmed.
you know, well, Pat, you know, I mean, you have to
Yeah.
make some of these decisions, right?
Right.
So I would say if that were my son, I would just invite him over for dinner and I wouldn't talk about this other stuff. You don't have to be in his face about it. It doesn't. It's what you is what you do. This is what he does. You don't have to talk about that. You can come talk about the things that you can talk about.
Yeah. Yeah, he just doesn't want to. Don't talk to me, or don't text me. Don't talk to me until you want to change. So.
Well, then you're at a standstill, but you can't give in to him. What's he
Well,
doing?
yeah.
It's a bully. It's a bully. He's not accepting you for who you are. He's learning a lot about judgment. So understand that you are his mother, and you are acting as his mother, because as his mother, you can't give in to that.
Right. Yeah.
You're helping him. And when he can't take it anymore, he'll come back to you. This is a war. People are making their decisions.
Well, that's kind of feel like is Lucifer getting in there with them when they have that fear and that upset when they're angry, and then they have fear. Can he like wedge them? The shadow. Okay, so the shadow can get into him and helps
we all
kind
have
of.
A shadow. We all have shadows. Okay. We all do. You know, there are times when you tell a little white lie. It's not a complete truth. But if you tell the truth, that might hurt that person. There isn't a pure person who's walking the earth.
But there is some, like they said, Alan Eliason is bad. So there are people that are just.
There are people
that are not
very, very dark.
That aren't just a shadow. That they're.
No, but they're actively working to be more than a shadow. So that's their choice.
Right.
I'm just saying you have to understand some of these things that you're learning are things you're teaching too.
Right.
So you want your son to come and love you without judgment of who you are.
Am I part of the Elohim or whatever it's called? The Elohim group rather than incarnated angel?
I guess I don't know what Elohim is.
Well, it was something. That's why was found a chart or something where it had that God is here. Then underneath are all the children. We're all sons and daughters of God, and then on one side.